there it is. The dynamic duo back together again for another year. I love it. Keith Mangan, Bedford Buck, and myself, Matt Trahan, MSSADA podcast. Keith, it's great to see your lovely face.
Listen, it's as we say, it's good to be seen and not viewed, Matt.
Well, yeah, I've heard that.
Right?
I've heard that once or twice. You see up in the corner of our display here, got to give the shout out, Gold Athletics. Saw the man the other day. Matt Ross was here working, moving and grooving with all of our teams. Can't thank him enough, and thank that company, Gold Athletics, for being a premium fundraising sponsor for us association.
Oh, 100%. And, Steve Ash is our guy, and my football team's doing some, finally getting on board, doing some stuff with Steve Ash. I will tell you that I purchased personally outside of Bedford. I think I just purchased my 4th gold card from the community that I live in. So our friends' kids who all have them, and they support our kids when they do fundraising. And then, so I said to my wife, I said, I think we got it covered now with the gold cards. I said, I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to hurt Matt's feelings or anything like that. But there's only so many times I can go to Chipotle, if you know what I mean.
Well, my son's playing football, so I bought a gold card. I bought about 6 of them myself. So if anybody needs a gold card, let me know. But
absolutely,
the deals are great. The deals are great. You got to use the card. Definitely got to use the card.
I tell you, where is it? Right here. I was just going through it, and not even sure we were doing this today. But you got this puppy. It logs on. The amount of things that are on this thing from, just in my area alone, Buffalo Wild Wings, Casablanca, Applebee's, Anthony's, all these diet places to help me with my weight loss. Dave's Hot Chicken, Domino's, Frank Pepe's, Harrison's, Harrow's, J&B Butcher, one thing after another, Kyoto, Lisa's Pizza. It's like one thing after another, and you're crazy. You're crazy not to do something like it.
Yeah, and listen, some of the deals are on there real good. Like down in our neck of the woods is Boca. Boca is like the Italian restaurant for everybody. It's $10 off. I mean, you're getting an entree. You're getting 2, maybe 3. So $10 off is a steal.
100%.
But they've got some interesting things going on, and we can talk about that at a later date. But I guess we've got some inside info that we'll let out to the group. Hopefully, we've got some folks on that are watching. But that being said, Keith, I haven't seen you all summer. We've only talked through text. It's been a busy one. I was hoping we were going to get together, but you know how that goes. Tell me a little bit about what you did this summer. I know you were in Plum Island, but
no, it's been busy. So we got a big field replacement project going on, which is unfortunately a little bit behind. I'm sure you can imagine everything the planning that we do as athletic directors, trying to get things done, and how there isn't a big window to get things done. So today being Friday, week 1A, as they call it for football, is supposed to be my first home game. Instead, we're heading over to Shawshene Tech, and they're going to host us this year, and then they'll come to us for the next 2, which is great. Al's a great guy, and we work that out really seamlessly. And it looks like next week we might, which would be our second game. It doesn't look like it's going to be ready for that either. So I have a plan in place that we'll work that out. And but it's not just football. It's field hockey. We're playing a game over at the edge where our hockey rink is, and then playing some games on the road, and soccer's on the grass, which they. So it's an inconvenience, but we're trying to get through it as quickly as we can. And it's the wonderful thing. I've been hiding a little bit at the beginning because they got quite a few high school students here who are asking every day when the field's going to be ready, or every minute. As you can imagine, that gets old in a bit of a hurry. But no, man. And we did, we just got back, moved my son back to college, Matt, and my wife and I and my daughter just went up to Sugarloaf, Maine, and we did, one of my buddies, his daughter just got married. So I didn't think I was old enough to have buddies who got married, but little did I know, I have a buddy who's about to be Big Papa Pop. Is that what we're going with now? Is that the name that you went with?
I didn't. It's still I think I'm gonna end up being Pepe. I don't know.
Pepe, okay.
Could be Pepe. I don't know. I think Papa sounds good though.
I think you give that Big Papa Pump, but maybe a little bit of
I'm thinking
a little Scott Steiner action right there wouldn't be a bad thing.
And there is our wrestling reference. At least once an episode. For those of you, there's the Easter egg.
Yeah, and the fact that you think it's only going to be one, that's okay, folks, too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We'll be listening for a few more. It's a shout out to our guy who's no longer with us. He's not coming down to breakfast, as they say. But it's been a summer. Got a couple shout outs as well. Mike Roy just celebrated a birthday. Andy Christopoli just celebrated a birthday.
Yep. A couple of the heavy hitters. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Mike Roy. I've seen a little cameo on a couple of social. He looks good.
Yeah.
He looks good. I think he looks well rested. He looks like he's, there's a big old smile there. I don't know if it has to do with the lack of stress or what, but I mean, he looks like he's doing just fine.
Yeah, well, I know he's at least one college payment anyway, with one daughter graduating, another one coming soon here, and it'll just be his son left. So that's all well and good. So what did you guys do? What did the Trahan house do this summer?
A little bit of everything. We traveled. We went and saw my daughter in Ohio, so that was great. I hit bumper to bumper traffic in New York for about 2 hours solid. Getting down there, but when we decided to take upstate New York coming back home, and we didn't have a stitch of traffic.
Yep.
You talked about a lot of those eateries that are on that gold card. It's like a smorgasbord down there where she lives. There's food everywhere. I had this Dave's Hot Chicken was good.
Yeah.
We ended up going, and I ended up getting these donuts.
Yeah.
So up here we have Mars donuts, or like gourmet donuts.
Yep.
Down there, they filled the donut for you right in front of you.
Stop it.
I'm not kidding you. It was like anything you can dream up or put in or on a donut was there.
Yeah.
So I won't tell you how many I had, but it was more than 2.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. No, hey, judgment-free zone here, my friend. Judgment-free zone.
Yep. Yeah. We just wrapped up a project. The outdoor kitchen is finally done. The roof is on it. It's all set. I do want to disclose to you that it's level. The base is level. The posts are up. I had nothing to do with the roof. I had to call in my brother-in-law's the ringers because I just couldn't do it myself. I draw the line somewhere. Yeah.
No, listen, you'll have to send a picture of that because
send a picture. You're invited. You could come down anytime you want. If you're down in this
I had these grand plans to finish mine this summer, but I think didn't happen. So
they get away from you, right? They get away from you. You're busy. Yeah. I think the hardest thing we all could probably agree to, Keith, is July is a wonderful month.
Yeah.
But you start answering calls and questions and everything else the second August hits. So you savor those 30 days and boom, you're right at it.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot mine for either early April because my daughter will be graduating this year, or right after the graduation party. We'll do that party like that weekend right after graduation and let that loose. And then after that, but my in-laws are moving. So we've been packing up their house and helping with that. And then they're moving up by my way. So, so it's been busy, but it's, time flies when you're having fun, as they say, Matty.
Oh yeah. Well, I got 2 here with me in high school. So I got two boys are here, and that's been fun so far. But I'm only.
Here's my question: are the 3 of you driving together in the morning?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've slowly turned them on to Motley Crue.
Okay.
So they're listening. I got them listening to some music. I got them. We're switching it up a little bit from day to day. We're rocking it out.
There you go.
And the conversations are always good, so I can't complain. Yeah.
So with 2 of them riding together in the car, do they rotate shotgun, or whoever calls it first? What's that look like?
How'd you guess? Yes, right. Everybody wants to ride shotgun with Dad. So
first one out of the house gets shotgun, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's not a bad play right there.
No, I'm only 10 minutes away. So the most difficult thing is how it is. Like if you have games, matches, whatever, you're at school, you're there till whenever it's done. But if there's just practices and you want to get home, I'll go home for an hour, but then I got to come right back, to pick him up and then carry him on wherever he's going. So until they start driving, it's one of those things.
Absolutely. So I got one other, obviously we got to talk about MSSADA here in a little bit, and we got to have our first meeting coming up here. But I will drop a little tidbit that only a couple people know here. So something else I did this summer, because we're not busy enough, I'm picking up a little bit of side work on the side here. So our friends over at Final Forms as well. So I'm doing picking up a job I just picked up a job as an ambassador for Final Forms. So we'll be reaching out to our peers, and you and I both know how much that program works well for us, and the time it saves, and our school nurses and our athletic trainers, and it's just an amazing program. So when I saw this thing, and I, kind of during the conference last year when Joe Wallace was here representing them, and I said, hey, what about this? Or what about this? And we had a couple good conversations. So it's pretty exciting, different. But as I'm starting to get myself ready for the promised land, the year after the old Bedford High School. So we're always planning, right? Always planning.
Yeah, you got to. You have to. Now, I always took you for an ambassador. The question is, when we see you next, do we have to genuflect? Do I kiss a ring?
No. I would be the last person to ever genuflect to. Ever.
Listen, ever. Listen. You know how we feel about Blue Jesus.
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
But let's talk MSSADA now. Let's talk MSSADA, okay? Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk MSSADA, and it's always great to kick off another year. I think all the ducks are in a row. Let's talk about some transitions and things that are going on.
So we are on the eve of year 51.
Wow.
With a new president.
Yep.
Kelly Wolf is taking over, and I am excited for her, and I know she's excited. Kelly and I were chatting the other day. Her former principal is now working in Bedford with us, so we were chatting, and she called me the other day and said, hey, I just got dropped last minute by a school who overscheduled. Any chance you have any openings? And coincidentally, it worked out well. So the big blue from Swampscott's coming down for the girls' soccer match later on, and very excited for her to take over the reins. And the man, we know Quat is stepping off onto the back burner here a little bit. So
yes.
That's exciting. I got to tell you, the biggest news is not even mine to share, but I know that you'll feel a little awkward if you do it. So I will say it anyway, that for those of you who don't know, very excited. I want to give a shout out to, we both do, to Mike Denise for all his years of working as a conference coordinator. He has stepped back and is, going to be spending a lot more time with besides work, obviously, but watching his kids play. I know we chatted one day this summer, and they were heading out to Williamsport to watch.
I did mention that.
Braintree play. So one of his former players, I think, was one of the coaches on that team. So that's pretty cool. But now our new conference coordinator, the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Trahan. So already got the ball rolling. Tell us what's been happening. Is it crazy yet, or can you not believe it, or what's happening?
It's to your point. I mean, Mike, and prior to Mike, Michelle, unbelievable job. I think it's a heavy lift. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of moving parts. I think that a lot of people appreciate going down there and doing what we do. But there are a lot of things, and thankfully, you're involved, and Tanya's involved as well. Tanya Rich. It's I'm hoping we have a seamless transition. I've met with the hotel already, and from what I understand, I don't know if it's 5G, 6G, 7G, but the internet is up and running and it's smooth. We've talked about dates. We've talked about meals. I'm going to be back in touch. You were on that call as well.
Yeah.
And then from there, I've got a couple of additional vendors that I'm working with that may come on. I'm excited. Because I think it's 51. We went through our 50, and now we can turn the page to the next 50.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'll tell you, one of us won't be there for another 50, but at least for a few here. So
that makes two of us.
Yeah.
Once I cross, Mark, you're on the back nine.
And I will say as well, a huge shout out to Tanya, and you mentioned her as well. And I don't know if people realize the amount of work that she does behind the scenes.
Yeah. She's amazing, and you never hear her. She never complains.
Nope.
She's just a doer. She does, and we appreciate Tanya a lot for everything she does. So.
What are some other things? So this summer we also give a shout out as well to Kara Ellis and Jen Govin, who brought back the Section 1 retreat conference down at Margaritaville back in Hyannis. what a great event. You know, I was chatting back and forth with them during, you know, registrations and stuff coming in. And yeah, it was a huge undertaking to get that
I can imagine,
you know, off, you know, rolling again. So absolutely. Yeah.
Well, let's give those two.
Absolutely.
Woo! Woo! I love it. I love it. Hey, so funny story. You brought up Jen Govin.
Yeah.
And my wife and I were fortunate enough. We ended up going to a Coldplay concert. Not the one you're thinking of. The one.
All right, you beat me to it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
However, I'm parked, and there's a couple of young kids parked in front of us, and they looked really uncomfortable because they're all sitting in like the back tailgate or whatever else. So we had spare chairs. Let them borrow the chairs. Long story short, we get to talking, and you know, it comes up that, you know, I'm involved with athletics, and then they talk about what school they just graduated from. They're from Clinton.
Stop it.
So I said, hey, I know Miss Govin. Oh, we love her. She's the best. Blah, blah, blah. This kid was, I think, their number one pitcher, and he had nothing but nice things to say about her program she runs. So it was kind of cool. And he's like, you know her? I go, I've never been to Clinton, but I know who she is.
Absolutely. Right? That's great. Small world, man. What small world. My son was at that same concert you were at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was very good.
You, man, if you're only there a day later, you've been there for the biggest blow up of the meme on the internet. Pretty much broke the internet, man.
It almost did break the internet.
Yeah.
It almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So summer was good. I'm really excited to get back together with you. I know we've got a meeting Monday, and we'll be kind of rehashing some of the stuff that we're talking here, but full on, like, you know, one of the things I want to mention is like our website is new and improved. It looks like it's, you know, very, very current. You know, and then, you know, the full on push, you know, we've contacted all the vendors. The vendors are amazing, as you know. Everybody wants back in. I've talked to Pat Ayotte a number of times. She's great, her and her husband. But I just, it's exciting to do something different, right? Just like you know, doing something different with Final Forms. I think it's, you know, we do a lot of the things, you know, this year, the same time every year. It's nice to kind of mix it up a little bit. As you know, I'll be a little more free in the winter. Yes.
What are you going to do with yourself?
I'm going to the national convention with you. We got to book a flight.
Let's go.
Yeah. So it's in Tampa.
That wedding that I was just at, my buddy who lives in Tampa, right outside Tampa, said, by the way, we're coming down. You know, I know that the pool's heated in the wintertime. Well, I said, we'll be down there, and I might have a couple guys with me as well. So I don't know, it'll be as memorable as last year when we went to Toppy's buddy Joe's house, which is a pretty cool event. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to talk about that, but it'll be
like you rub salt in the wounds. You're all about salt.
The minute that came out, I was like, yeah.
You know,
well, it'll be great. Before we know it, it'll be there, and then, you know, then our conference will be there, and, you know, just boom, boom, boom. It's going, man.
Yep. No, it is. I'm excited. Our next podcast obviously will be next month, and we'll have a guest on. I think we can all imagine who's coming on. And from there, you know, we're going to talk a lot about, you know, all of the upcoming events, all of the things and the initiatives that MSSADA has to provide. But we definitely want to touch on, you know, I saw your eyes light up, like, you know, as soon as I said national, you were like a kid in a candy store. So we would be talking about national.
Yeah, no, and as you alluded to already, that you know, as far as membership and registration and stuff like that as well for folks out there who are going, if they're not, whatever, we when we're there at the MIA on Monday, we'll get the list from Jan Martin at the MIA for all the updated memberships. So we'll be going through, and those will be popping over. And if you're NIAAA membership, if that's a burning question for you, I did get someone, you know, I don't want to give a shout out, you know, or an acknowledgement of anyone being a liability or anything out there, but I did get a message the other day asking about, hey, I want to register. I heard the city of Tampa needs someone to direct traffic, so I want to make sure I get all set. So his just got done, and we should be putting through a bunch within the next week as well. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Keith, duty calls. I just got a call from the man. I have to run. We will do this again, and we will be doing it again soon. I look forward to seeing you on Monday, and bring your calendar so we can book that flight.
Perfect. All right, buddy. Take care. Have fun.
Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. Absolutely. Always a pleasure, my man.
There we go.
All right.